Welcome to Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. I'm Taylor.
I'm Savannah.
And happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Love it. Hope you're, all decorated with your pink and your red and your hearts and the cutesy.
Actually, I did not get any of my stuff out yet. I should have by now.
I actually haven't either, but I'm waiting on my nieces to come because they like to decorate. So, yeah. I have a reason.
Yes.
Valid reason. I thought that we would probably start with the update where we left our listeners off last week of what that dang groundhog was going to say.
Yes, yeah.
He unfortunately said it was going to be winter.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But unfortunately, he's wrong. I mean, theoretically, he's right.
Right.
If we're going to be real.
But, yeah. But honestly, on that day, on Groundhog Day, it was so warm.
But I'm saying, that's what I was going to say. He's been wrong so far because it's been 70 degrees every single day since then. So it's felt so good. And I was outside so much today and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And exactly. I'm loving the sun coming back around.
I know. Yeah.
Makes things so much better. But moving on. Me and Savannah did go see another movie.
Yeah.
Surprise. Shocker. We went and saw Companion. Rated 1 out of 10.
Oh my god. That one, I would say probably like an 8.
Yeah, I was going to say 8. It was so good.
It was crazy. I knew the plot twist before I went into it, and I wish I didn't.
Well, I didn't, and it was very easy to pick up almost immediately. Okay. So, but it was really, there was other plot twists. Other than just the one.
Yeah,
so
true.
that movie was it was so crazy, but it was so good. So
it was.
If you're looking for a good crazy movie, go see Companion. But no, the most important update that I have for you guys is that Savannah surprised me when I got here tonight to record.
Oh my god, yeah.
With the Post Malone Oreos. Guys, if you don't know, first of all, I love Post Malone. Love him. Love Posty. But he just came out with like a collab with Oreo where one of them is like the regular chocolate cookie. The other one is like the golden white Oreo cookie. And then the middle is salted caramel.
Oh my god, they're so good.
10 out of 10.
Definitely, if you see those in your grocery store,
get them.
Get them.
I didn't have low hopes, but I don't really like any of the flavored Oreos.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Like, when I saw they were making those, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get them. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to just get them to try. Yeah. And worth it.
Very worth it.
Definitely worth it.
They're so cute. And all of them have, like, different pressed designs on the cookies that has to do with his songs. So,
yeah.
They're freaking adorable, and they're really good. So, if you see them, get them. Post Malone, sponsor us.
Definitely. Just him. He can sponsor us.
Yeah, just him. Austin.
Or
I'll use the government name. Or Oreos, yeah. Either one. I don't know the Oreo's government name.
Just
Oreo LLC.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And we also did get to see Trisha's Broadway show.
Yes. Trisha Paytas's big Broadway dream.
Yeah.
One night only. We didn't go to New York to see it. If you know who Trisha Paytas is, or if you don't, she had a one night only Broadway show in New York, and we got a ticket to the live stream and had a little watch party. And also she has a game with What Do You Meme?
Yes,
So we played
the
Trisha What Do You Meme before it came on. It was a whole night dedicated to Trisha. So
oh my God,
it was so fun.
All this fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a lot of updates.
So many updates, for real. But, that's all the updates I had, actually.
Yeah.
The demons coming up from the chest. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Apologies. I don't know what that was. A little frog in the throat, I suppose. But anyway, if you wouldn't mind, go rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, please. But if you want to get into your story, Savannah. Oh, actually, wait. Pause. Because right before I came over here to record, me and my parents were watching Celebrity Jeopardy,
Uh-huh.
which is the dumbed down version of Jeopardy. Like we normally play, me and my dad like to play regular Jeopardy, which is really freaking hard if you've ever played Jeopardy.
Yes, yeah.
But Celebrity Jeopardy is way easier, so my mom likes to play. And one of the categories today was cryptozoology.
Oh my god.
So of course I got every single one. My parents said, "What the heck even is that?" I said,
"Oh my god."
And that's how we know
what
you're
kind
fake
of questions
fans.
were there? Do you
so
remember?
The first answer, it was like, where. I don't know how they worded the question, but the answer was the Loch Ness. It was like which lake.
Oh, okay.
That was the easiest one.
Yeah.
And then it was like, in the mountain range of wherever in Japan, where the abominable snowman was the answer.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Chupacabra was an answer.
So you really
I got it. No, yeah. I had every single one of them. I had. Yeah. I was there. Like, I was like, no, you don't understand. I do this for a living.
See, we need to have, we need to go in Celebrity Jeopardy. For these
I could
categories.
Easily win. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, easily. But we got to be celebrities first.
We are.
You're right. Okay, Ken Jennings, if you're listening, can you please get us on Celebrity Jeopardy?
Yeah,
I would win a lot of money. So... And here's the thing about me. I love to bet. So if I get a daily double, I'm risking it all every time.
There you go.
So, yeah. Anyway, that's my plea to Ken.
Yeah,
Let me be on Celebrity Jeopardy, please.
Yeah, we can be as a team.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Do they do that? I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay, Ken, hit us up. We have ideas.
We do, yeah.
But anyway, if you want to get into your story, Savannah.
Yeah, let's get into it. So, this week I will be talking about a haunted hotel.
Ooh, we love those.
Yes, it's called the Driskill Hotel.
Ooh, that reminds me of Stranger Things.
Oh, wait, does it?
Yeah, because there's a character named Miss Driskill.
Oh, right. Yeah, there is. Oh my gosh. I did not even put that together.
Anytime I hear the word Driskill, there's also like a Driskill brand of like berries. And every time I see it, I'm like, oh, Miss Driskill.
Yeah. This one is spelled a little different. It has a K instead of a C.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So it's in Austin, Texas, the Driskill Hotel. It was built in 1886. So it's pretty old. And it's like, it said it was like Romanesque revival structure. And it was commissioned and paid for by Jesse Driskill. So he was the original owner. He was a successful cattle baron. He moved to Texas from Missouri, and he actually started off like selling his cattle to the Confederate Army.
Amazing.
Yeah. And after the war, he unfortunately didn't have any money because he was paid in Confederate dollars that were no longer valid after the war.
Yep.
So
sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah. So he kept up the cattle trade and ended up getting ranches in South Texas, Kansas, and the Dakota territories.
Oh, wow.
And he did build up his wealth this way, and he ended up opening a hotel. He bought the land in 1884, and then 2 years later, it was opened. And so this hotel definitely has like a rich history, and it also has many ghosts.
Ooh.
Yes. So the first ghost, let's get into it. The first ghost is Jesse Driskill himself.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
Yes, they call him the cowboy.
Yeehaw, just as I said.
Yeah, he was exactly the cowboy selling cows. Literally. Wow. So yeah, he is said to haunt the hotel. Actually, shortly after the hotel opened, he came into financial hardship. So a late spring freeze killed like 3,000 of his cattle.
Oh.
A lot of them.
Oh my God.
And he couldn't make his payments because he didn't have money.
Yeah.
So he couldn't make his payments to the hotel. So he had to give it up to, I guess the bank, or I don't know, maybe he sold it or something. He couldn't keep it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say that he actually lost the deed to the hotel in a poker game.
Oh.
But I don't know if that part's true.
We may never know.
Yeah. There are some sightings of him in this hotel. His favorite room overlooks 6th Street and Brazos, and there was a consultant in town one night staying in this room, and the guy, he was laying in bed. He woke up in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m., and he sees somebody sitting in his room. Yeah, and he's sitting there in a chair, puffing a cigar, sitting by the window, like looking out the window. And you can see him by like the moonlight coming in.
I would be so scared.
I know. It is like kind of like a movie.
I was just gonna say, this is so dramatic.
I know, yeah, it really is. So the guy, he sat up in his bed and he's like, "What are you doing in my room?"
The way I would have not done that, I would have picked up the lamp on the bedside table and threw it at his head.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a man.
You're right. He is a man. You're right.
So he's like, "Yeah, what are you doing in my room?" And the man who's sitting in the chair, he kind of just looked over at him and he's like, what do you mean your room? Like, he doesn't say anything, but he just gives him a look like, what are you talking about? And so the consultant, he turned the light on that's like by the bed, and when he looked back over, no one was there.
No.
But the curtains were swaying, and there was a cloud of cigar smoke in the air.
Okay, I said no, but actually that's the kind of ghost experience I would want to have. Like, chill.
Yeah.
Scary after the fact, but like not that scary, like, you know, while it's going on.
Yes, and then just like leaves.
And then they're gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have proof.
Gone.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. That's really crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, Jesse Driskill, he just kind of chilling about, acting like a cowboy. I mean, that's exactly what you would think a cowboy would be. Yeah. So, all right, next ghost is just the bride.
Oh.
So, well, she's a bride, but also like not really. So in the early 1990s, so this one's kind of recent, there was a distraught bride who checked into the hotel. People say that it's room 525, so possibly it was that room. People say that they, you know, weird stuff goes on in that room, so it's probably her. But anyway, she checked into the room, and she had gone to this hotel because her fiance had called off the wedding.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And it was like really close to the date too.
Mm-hmm.
So she decided, you know what, I'm gonna spend a bunch of money. So she spent over $40,000.
Oh my god.
Shopping and just ordering, like eating food, different like treats and stuff.
Honestly, I would be the same way.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Can't even blame her.
Mm-hmm. That was all on the second day she was there. And, you know, this part, hopefully you wouldn't be like this. On the third day, she lined up all of her items that she bought, and she put them, like, next to the bed, all neat. And then she pulled out a gun. Mm. And she shot herself in the head.
No, girl, no.
She used a pillow to muffle the sound.
Oh, my God. That's so horrible.
I know. And, like, don't ever let a man...
Don't ever let a man make you feel like that.
Make you feel like you need to kill yourself.
No, there's no man. There is no man worthy of that. And you can quote me on that.
Exactly. I hope she spent all that money on his card.
Oh. It had to be, right? Like, girl, I really hope you did.
I hope so. But yeah, guests will, like, they swear they see her ghost carrying shopping bags up and down the halls of the hotel.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She must have really had a lot for 40,000.
Right. Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff.
Like expensive stuff. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. One Birkin.
Right. I know. I mean, this is just like, I guess she was probably just out shopping in Austin. So it's like, I don't know what stores were there. Maybe there's
probably a mix of both, I would say.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, she like, yeah. I have no words for that.
No.
Yeah. So the next ghost in this hotel is a child.
No.
Yeah. Very unfortunate. There was a child in this hotel who had fallen to their death down a flight of stairs.
Oh my god, stairs are so dangerous.
I know. Sometimes, yeah. The kid was reaching for a bouncy ball and reached a little too far and fell. Yeah.
That's horrible. No, I can definitely attest that stairs are killers. Because one time, fun fact, I fell down the stairs. I was walking down the stairs into my basement, and my dog was a puppy, and she was climbing the stairs and tripped me. But I have an unfinished basement, so my leg like went kind of in between the steps, and I broke my leg. Like it broke with the stair.
Oh my god!
And I was literally stuck. Like, thank God it was only like the second or third step from the bottom, because if it wasn't, I would have probably fallen and landed headfirst on that concrete.
Oh my god!
So there I'm saying stairs are dangerous.
Oh my god, and you fell down my stairs.
Yeah, see, yeah, I fell down Savannah's stairs.
Yeah, you did.
It was really dark out there, and I had a lot of stuff in my hands.
The the deck stairs.
I had a lot of stuff in my hands, so I couldn't like turn on my flashlight, and I missed the bottom step, and of course it's summertime, I'm wearing shorts, and I fall straight directly onto pavement of the driveway. So Savannah's driveway, there will always be a piece of Savannah in my knee.
Yeah,
from the driveway.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so anyway, needless to say, yes, stairs are dangerous. So I can see how, unfortunately, this little boy felt his death.
Yeah. Yeah. Paranormal investigators have caught faint sounds of a ball bouncing.
No.
And also a child laughing. So he's still playing with the ball.
I hope he's having fun, but that's so horrifying.
Yeah, it is. Okay, there is another little ghost here. There's like a painting on the 5th floor of the hotel, and it's a painting by Richard King. It's not named, but it's based on a painting by Charles Garland called Love Letter.
Okay.
It's a painting of a girl holding a bouquet of flowers in one hand and a letter in the other.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost hunters who have been to this hotel, they say that the painting depicts 4-year-old daughter of the U.S. Senator Temple Lee Houston, who had died at the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the painting is supposedly haunted, of course, and people who walk by it, they just feel this presence of something not good. And they feel that just until they leave the building.
Oh, good. Yeah. That's good. Ew. Haunted paintings really scare me.
I know, yeah.
Because, like, paintings are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But that's scary.
I know. And it's like, it's
not a scary picture, right? It doesn't sound scary.
I looked at the painting. It's really cute. It's just a girl holding flowers and a letter.
Yeah, it sounds cute.
But,
so creepy. Spooky, wooky.
All right, we have one last ghost here. The most famous kind of ghost in the hotel. Actually, it's like a ghost couple, I think you could say.
Oh.
Lady Bird and Lyndon B. Johnson.
Oh. I was not expecting that one.
LBJ and his wife, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, President Lyndon B. Johnson.
That's so crazy.
He and his wife, they had their first date in this hotel in 1934 in the dining room of the hotel, which, I mean, I'm guessing, some hotels, it's just like a little restaurant in the bottom floor. And, yeah. So they were in there for their first date, which is cute.
Adorable.
And for years, they would come to the hotel for special occasions. They just loved this place. It was actually became Johnson's like favorite place to visit in Austin. And he even watched the results of the 1964 presidential election in the presidential suite of the hotel.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, and then when he won, he addressed his supporters in the ballroom of this hotel.
Wow.
And they had their party there to celebrate.
Wow.
So he's like really connected to it. He was here all the time. So. He loved it.
Yeah. See, normally when we're like a president haunts this building, it's like, yeah, they went here once. And that was it.
Yeah.
But this is like, okay, he really actually liked this hotel.
Yeah. Like I kind of believe that he would haunt this place because he was just like here all the time.
Yeah.
Whenever he could. I mean, I guess obviously the president has to be in DC, but he's like, whenever I can step away, he comes here. And to this day, people will say that they saw him out of the corner of their eye, like in the ballroom. Like he's just like in the ballroom.
Imagine seeing Lyndon B. Johnson in the corner of your eye in the ballroom of a hotel. Like what?
That's crazy. But yeah, so those are all the ghosts of this haunted hotel.
There's so many ghosts there.
I know. Like this is actually a good find. Like I would go here.
Oh, I want to see Lyndon B. Johnson out of the corner of my eye.
Right.
And I want to walk by that painting.
Yeah. And I think his wife is supposedly there too.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah. I don't know what she looks like. I'll have to look them up. Really get their image burned in my brain. See if I see them.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. So if you want to
get into my story. Yes. Well, there's no way. You know, sometimes there's just no way.
There never is.
Sometimes there is. But, okay, so moving on to my story. I have a cryptid this week. So, very fun. I'm going to try my hardest. I have looked this up countless times of how to say this. It's literally the name of the cryptid. So, I hope to everything within me that this is the right pronunciation. Okay. But I have for you the legend of the Mapinguari.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. So this legend comes from Brazilian folklore, which we haven't dove too much into, I don't think. So maybe, we gotta look more into that. So it is called the Mapinguari, but in other places, not Brazil, they're sometimes also known as the Juma. So they're kind of both. But I'm going to be calling it the Mapinguari, even though that's not as easy to say. But it is a fun name. And boy, are you going to not be you're so never going to be ready for this story.
No. Okay.
Yes. So I do have to give a shout out to the Novel Arcana on Instagram for giving us this suggestion of the story. They said that it was their favorite cryptid. So, obviously, I had to look it up. And, boy, was I not ready. I was not. So, let's just get right on into it. As I said, we're in Brazil, but specifically, we're going to the Amazon rainforest. And if you don't know, the Amazon rainforest is 6.7 million kilometers in size, and that is 2.6 million miles. For those of us in the United States. So that is huge, obviously. It's so crazy because I really want to see the Amazon rainforest so bad one day, but I'm also so horrified just because of the regular animals in there.
Right. Yeah.
And now here I am learning about the cryptids in there, and I'm like, okay, maybe that's not the place for me to go. So yeah. Due to its size, you can only imagine that the entirety of the Amazon rainforest has probably not been seen or mapped out by people. Just because, listen, 2.6 million miles is a lot of miles. So
it is. That's,
who really is to say what lives out there in that rainforest? Like, as I said, I'm scared of the regular creatures that live in there. So, yeah. Anyway. Obviously, being that big, the Amazon rainforest spans over 9 countries. And so there are stories of Mapinguari from all of those countries. But most of them come from Brazil.
See, that's promising.
Very, very, very promising.
Like,
Yes.
I don't like that.
No, no, it's not a good sign. Not for the humans anyway. But yeah, the Amazon rainforest, it's very dense vegetation and very, very hazardous terrain. And just the simple size of it make it nearly impossible to safely explore it all as a human. So, as I said, who is to say, what all lives in there? The name Mapinguari comes from Ningatu language, which is also known as Tupi, apparently.
Okay.
And this language,
I have heard of that.
Yeah, I've heard of Tupi for sure. This language is an indigenous language of the Tupi people in Brazil. And apparently, I learned when doing the research for this that it's actually a dying language, and the Tupi people are trying really hard to revive it and preserve this part of their culture.
Okay.
So that's another reason why it's important to, call this the Mapinguari, because we're trying to revive this language. So, yeah. Anyway, the Mapinguari are said to be mythical, monstrous, jungle-dwelling spirit creatures that are there to protect the Amazon rainforest and its animals.
Okay.
Which, I mean, honestly, okay, period. Mapinguari, you can surely do that. As you should. There are so many depictions of what these creatures look like. Prior to 1933, traditional folklore describes them as human-shaped, but really, really hairy and really tall. I'm going to need you to prepare yourself for the rest of their description, okay? Because it gets really crazy from here. So they're really tall, really hairy, shaped like a human. And they are said to have a gaping, open mouth located on its abdomen. Okay? So they have a regular mouth, on their face.
Okay.
And then they have another mouth on their abdomen, / stomach area.
I hate that.
Yeah, and then its feet. So it has regular, human-looking feet, but the feet are backwards, from the knee.
Oh, my God. What?
So, and it's said that they are backwards to confuse those who are trying to follow its tracks.
Oh my God.
So it looks like it's walking in one direction, but in reality it's backwards, so it's walking in the other direction. Which honestly, genius. Genius build, I must say. So, but moving more into the later half of the 20th century, some cryptozoologists started to speculate that the Mapinguari might actually just be an unknown primate, and specifically that it might be kin to Bigfoot.
Okay.
Yeah, so much like Bigfoot, these stories all start with smelling the creature before actually seeing the creature. Because I am assuming because of all of the hair and, them just living in a rainforest, they are said to smell so bad. So bad. You seriously smell them far before you see them. So that's disgusting and sick and twisted. But I mean, hey, at least there's a warning sign.
I guess
if you start to smell something bad, you better go.
I know, yeah.
Immediately. Yeah, but okay, so we have the gaping mouth on the stomach. We have the backwards feet.
Yeah.
There's one more thing.
Okay.
There's one more thing that separates the Mapinguari from Bigfoot. And it's that they are said to have one eye. So they are a cyclops version of Bigfoot with backwards feet and a gaping mouth on its stomach.
Okay.
It's a horrifying picture in my mind, and then I looked it up, and it's horrifying to picture what people think of. So definitely check out our Instagram to see those pictures. Yeah, so I can't even imagine going out into the Amazon and then coming face to face with one of these, for real. I would lose my mind. I would be like, okay, I'm dreaming.
Right.
Like a cyclops monster. That's so scary.
God.
But anyways, other scientists, more modern day, seem to think that the folklore was actually describing more modern day sightings of what could be a giant ground sloth, which was an animal. It was an animal that used to live on this earth. But it did go extinct at the end of the dinosaur period, millions and millions of years ago.
Okay.
So you know, I'm a little confused as to how they think the giant sloth could be walking around when they went extinct millions of years ago.
Well, I guess they're just saying that it never did go extinct.
I guess you're right. But the fun fact is that this was kind of debunked by other scientists because quite literally they had no evidence to support this claim whatsoever.
Right.
But also they even point out that there have not even been fossil records found of giant ground sloths for over like 5,000 years.
Oh my god.
So like we're not even finding the fossils anymore. Like I don't think it's the giant ground sloth. So that's kind of been disproven. So, you know, I feel like it's safe to say it's not a giant sloth.
See, but I kind of want that. I want it to be that.
Oh, me too. Because that's cute. And I love a sloth.
Right.
But I don't think it is. Cute. The timeline's not working out unless they are like Doctor Strange and can, you know, manipulate time.
Maybe they can.
Or maybe they're just like deep in the Amazon hiding.
Yeah.
I guess that
maybe also... they have just been alive for this long.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. They're really smart. Who knows? Yeah. One eye, big brain. Who's to say?
Exactly.
But as for experiences with the Mapinguari, unfortunately, not many people end up being able to escape them. And they tragically meet their death. Yep.
Okay. I mean, then it definitely can't be a ground sloth, right? Because they would not just kill people.
Well, yeah. Well, you see, it said that the mouth on their abdomen thirsts for human blood.
Oh my god, that's so crazy.
I guess that's what separates the ground sloth from, you know, the Mapinguari.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will say, I really do think that part of the legend is just to make it scarier, you know? Like, I don't really think that they're thirsting for human blood necessarily, but I do think that if these creatures are real, they don't want humans in the rainforest. Yeah. So just because they're killing humans doesn't necessarily mean they're like hungry for blood. They're like, you're in my house, get out type of deal. So because like I said, their job that they kind of feel is to protect their fellow animals within this forest. So they kind of act as security guards and chase people down and out of the Amazon rainforest. So some villages of people who live like right outside of the rainforest claim to be able to hear the roar of a Mapinguari. And as soon as they hear it, everyone runs inside. And I will say, sure, Taylor, it could be any animal roaring. I already hear you saying that. Okay, I get it. Sure. But let me tell you how much people don't play. Whenever they would hear this sound, and it was like a specific sound, not like just any random roar, they would literally have like to-go bags, and they would literally get the stuff that they needed, leave permanently.
Oh, wow.
Yep. They would move out, literally.
Okay, so they're not playing. It's like a real
Like, people are scared of this. Yeah. For real. So, you know. But, on top of that, people have admitted that part of the reason why people move so quickly whenever they, you know, quote unquote, hear one of these creatures is actually, you know, yes, they're scared of them, but also they smell really bad.
Yeah.
So apparently they smell so bad, like they actually like people move.
Oh my gosh, just because of the smell. Yeah. They're like, we need to get out of here.
I can't handle it. I can't live like this.
Right, yeah.
So that's actually how I felt growing up as a kid, growing up in Tobaccoville, because all I smelled some mornings was tobacco. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore, Grandpa. That's too bad.
Okay, like tobacco, the plant?
Yeah, on some mornings, I live really close to the plant. Yes. So some mornings, it would, like the wind would blow a certain direction and I could just smell it heavy.
I mean, so like but I mean like the crop or like the manufacturing?
I think the crop.
Yes.
I would imagine.
I don't know. I don't mind the smell of tobacco. You don't like it?
Well, I don't mind it anymore, but when I was a kid, it would really give me headaches.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, maybe that's why. But
yeah. I didn't even know what it smelled like until I moved to North Carolina.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, if I didn't grow up in Tobaccoville, maybe things would be different.
So if you don't know, it smells kind of like honey. To me, it does.
I mean, it does have a sweet smell.
Yeah.
But to me, it smells like sweet gasoline.
Gasoline.
Like, not as strong as gasoline, but like kind of sweet chemically.
Okay.
Is kind of, even though it's not chemicals.
Why, and it made you want to run, just like this.
Yeah. Exactly. Made me want to move. And
right,
never
I get
did. Oh, that's funny. Anyways, moving on. The origin of this legend is actually said to come from a story where the Mapinguari was actually one man, started as one man, and he was a shaman.
A really smelly shaman.
Oh, no, yeah, I guess. Maybe the shaman didn't shower. But the shaman, he apparently found the secret to immortality. Okay?
Oh,
now, of course, this is thousands of years ago. Okay? So just remember that. Yeah. So when he found the secret to immortality, the gods were very angry. They were like, no, this is just for us.
Oh my God.
This is not for you.
Okay, right.
So the gods actually turned him into the monstrous beast that is known as the Mapinguari, and it said that he did live forever and continues to, but he must do so as an ugly, disgusting, smelly beast.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. And other origins say that people in the area created this legend to keep people from overhunting in the Amazon. So, maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So let me tell you about one of the wildest stories of people who had an encounter, made it out alive.
Okay.
So there was this group of acai berry pickers in Brazil, and specifically they were in Sumauma Forest Reserve on the Joplin River.
Okay.
And so this group, they were just literally out there picking berries as that's their job.
As they should.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds like a vibe to me.
Yeah.
Until they report seeing a creature that looked exactly like the Mapinguari. This happened in September of 2014.
Really?
Yes. The berry pickers were working in a remote area of the forest 5 hours away from the nearest village.
Oh my God.
So they were really out there in those woods just harvesting berries. And, they planned for this. They had like tents and stuff. Like they were camping out there it was like a big, trip. And so they're out there picking berries when all of a sudden they hear this awful cry. They all look up to see what's going on, who's hurt. And then they hear a loud crash. And in that moment, a creature of a very dark color appeared, and it only had one eye. That was like, first things first, they were like, this thing had one eye.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. As they see this, obviously they take off running back to, the river where all their stuff is. So they're like, okay, we'll spend the night by the river and we'll just, hope he doesn't come back. And, maybe like the sounds of the river, we can, be quiet and then get the heck out of here. And the reason they had to do this also is because it was getting dark. And as I said, it was 5 hours to the village. So there was no way that they were going to be able to make it back without being in the dark. And then imagine being in the dark with that thing. So I understand. I know you're like, don't sleep by the river. But like, what choice did they have?
Right.
They didn't have one. So they're setting up their stuff to sleep when the creature appears again. And this time, he's like running towards them. Like before, he was just like there. This time, he's coming at them. They immediately abandon all of their stuff, jump in their canoe.
Oh my God.
Left all of their gear, everything they owned, and paddled home in the middle of the night.
For 5 hours?
Yes. Oh. Yes. All of them said they did not care about the gear. They didn't care to go back to get the gear. They're just going to, get new gear. They're never going. Don't care about the berries. I don't even know if they might have quit their jobs.
Oh my God.
Some of the men in the group said they were not able to sleep for days after the event. Like, it's really impacted some of them. So, like, I'm laughing, but it's, like, actually so serious that, like, they were horrified by this event. So, and, like, it's like these big macho men, berry pickers out there, they're strong. We're hiking through the forest for hours and hours and camping out. And they're like, it's a monster. Like, that makes me feel like, okay, it's real.
Right,
like, it's real. So, sadly, I have a sad update for you. Since September 2014, there have really not been any credible stories of people encountering the Mapinguari.
No.
So this has led some scientists to believe that maybe now they could actually be extinct, which is so sad, honestly, because now more than ever, we need somebody to step up and protect the Amazon freaking rainforest.
True.
So I hope they're out there still. Maybe, they could just be hiding, Who's to say? But yeah, what do you think, Savannah? Do you think the Mapinguari are real?
I feel like there's got to be something, like some sort of explanation.
Like, do you think like they're just like a primate that hasn't been found?
Yes, like some sort of
like an
animal creature that like hasn't been found, or like is a mutation. Or something.
True. Maybe they have a disease.
Yeah.
What about the one eye? You think they're Cyclops? It's giving Percy Jackson.
See, the one eye is like tripping me up. It's like, maybe did they just see it wrong and they actually don't have just one eye?
Maybe. Or maybe they're a Cyclops.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. I guess the only way to find out is to go down to the Amazon rainforest.
We're not going to the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah, I'm scared. There's this girl on TikTok who's like hiking through the Amazon rainforest. I've been following her. Ain't no way I could do that.
No.
No, I'm so serious.
No way.
No. Like, she has videos of, like, rhinoceri.
Oh my God,
I don't know how to even say plural of that, but, like, multiple rhinoceroses.
Yeah.
Just at her camp in the middle of the night. Like, she's like, I'm scared for my life. They're out there. Like, you can hear them, like, snorting and, like, kicking. What? And I'm like, girl, go home. You don't have to be there. Well, she wants to do this. Which I get it. I want to do it too, but girl, I need protection.
I don't know if I want to do it.
Well,
I wouldn't.
Like, I theoretically want to do it. I don't like logistically, I don't think I would want to, but like theoretically, it would be cool.
Like, that seems like a lot. Like
it would be a lot.
And then now you have to worry about this creature, this Cyclops. Like, no.
The Cyclops with the mouth on his stomach that's hungry for the human blood. Yeah, I might have to skip out on this one. Yeah. Don't know about the Mapinguari, but I do know that I want another Post Malone Oreo.
Okay.
No, I just remembered it again.
I know.
It was really good. But yeah, that is the legend of the Mapinguari.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
That is scary.
It's really scary. But I hope they're not extinct, though. Like, as scary as they are. Like, they're not going to bother me.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't like when any animal or creature goes extinct.
I want to know, so have you seen depictions of them? Do they look scary?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Well, like, honestly, they don't look as scary as you would think. To me, they all kind of look like the thumb people from Spy Kids, just with like a mouth on their stomach.
Yeah.
And one eye on their head. So, I mean, I've seen way scarier depictions of cryptids. So, but I've also seen cuter ones, like the squonk, even though they call him ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anywho, if you don't mind, go rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and check out our Instagram.
Yes, and
pictures.
Check out my Instagram for an announcement. If you've made it this far into the podcast,
facts. You deserve to know.
Yeah, you deserve to know.
Yep. Savannah's Instagram is in the details below. Yeah. If you want to know a little secret, you can find out.
You know what? And I'm not even going to say anything else.
No.
So
if you want to know, you better go see her Instagram. Link below. Period.
Yeah.
But
I had an eventful Groundhog Day.
Yeah, Groundhog Day. We might have said, like, we might have been a little mean to that groundhog last week, considering how fun of a day that was, actually.
Yeah, but you know what?
Now, Groundhog Day will be changed forever. In the best way possible. Is Groundhog Day on the same? No, it's not, is it? It's definitely not. It is always the second? Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like first Sunday.
No.
Or first whatever.
It's the second.
Okay, I didn't know that. Period. We love Groundhog Day.
Yeah, but also now it's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, true. Facts. We're way past the groundhog. Yeah. Moving on to Valentine's.
Yeah,
so happy Valentine's Day.
Anyway,
yeah, I guess we will See you guys next week.
All right. Cue the music.